Imagine a world where your job, your career, your entire livelihood is rendered obsolete overnight. Not by a competitor, not by a market crash, but by something that doesn't eat, doesn't sleep, and never complains. That world isn't a far-off dystopian fantasy. It's an unsettling reality rapidly approaching, meticulously crafted in research labs and factory floors right now. What if the most enduring promise of technological progress, that it makes our lives easier, is in fact building a future where few of us are needed at all? For generations, the fear of machines replacing human labor has been a recurring nightmare. From the Luddites smashing weaving looms in the 19th century to Charlie Chaplin's frantic factory worker in modern times, society has grappled with the specter of automation. But always, the argument went, new jobs would emerge. The displaced factory worker would become a data analyst. The eliminated typist would join the burgeoning IT sector. It was a cycle, a natural evolution of progress. Yet this comforting narrative is beginning to fray. What we are witnessing today isn't just about replacing repetitive manual tasks. This is about an intelligence, an artificial one, that is learning to do what we once thought was exclusively human: to create, to analyze, to infer, and to decide. The scale and speed of this transformation are unprecedented, and the implications, once confined to science fiction, are now knocking at the door of every single industry, every single profession. This isn't just about factory workers anymore. This is about you, your doctor, your lawyer, your artist, your friend. The very definition of work is being rewritten, and not everyone is going to make the cut. The question is no longer if robots will replace some workers, but when they will replace most. Let's zoom in on the quiet takeover already underway. Look at logistics. Massive warehouses, once bustling with hundreds of employees, now operate with a skeleton crew, overseeing fleets of autonomous forklifts and picking robots that move with a precision and speed no human could ever match. Amazon, a pioneer in this, constantly rolls out new robotic solutions, each one further diminishing the need for human hands. A task that once required a team of 30 can now be handled by a single technician monitoring a row of screens. Then there's the food industry. Fast food chains are piloting fully automated kitchens where robotic arms flip burgers and fries, maintaining perfect consistency and hygiene, all without breaks, sick days, or minimum wage demands. Even fine dining isn't immune. Robotic baristas craft intricate coffee art, and automated sushi makers perfectly shape nigiri faster than any master chef. These aren't just novelties, they're cost-saving powerhouses. The initial investment in a robot might be high, but over its lifespan it becomes drastically cheaper than a human employee. But the truly unsettling escalation comes when we move beyond physical tasks. Artificial intelligence, once a simplistic algorithm, has evolved into something far more sophisticated. Google's Duplex AI can call businesses and book appointments, sounding indistinguishable from a human, navigating complex conversations with an eerie fluency. Law firms are deploying AI to sift through millions of legal documents in seconds, tasks that would take an army of paralegals weeks or months. This isn't just efficiency, it's a fundamental shift in the intellectual labor market. Journalists are seeing AI churning out news reports, financial summaries, and sports recaps with remarkable accuracy. Graphic designers are competing with AI models that can generate stunning visuals from simple text prompts. Even software engineers, the very architects of this new age, are finding their code being written and debugged by AI faster and more reliably than they ever could. The creative and complex jobs, once thought to be immune, are now squarely in the crosshairs. The argument that humans possess unique creativity and emotional intelligence is being systematically dismantled by systems like GPT-4 and Midjourney. These AIs aren't just following instructions, they are learning, adapting, and innovating in ways that blur the line between computation and genuine artistic expression. What happens when the art we cherish, the stories we read, the music we love, are no longer products of human experience but outputs of an algorithm? The climax of this technological revolution is not a sudden explosion but a quiet, chilling inevitability. the point where artificial general intelligence, AGI, emerges. This is not the specialized AI of today that excels at one thing. AGI is an AI that can understand, learn, and apply intelligence across a wide range of tasks, essentially possessing cognitive capabilities on par with, or even exceeding, a human being. Imagine an entity that can write an award-winning novel, design a groundbreaking building, perform complex surgery, and then invent a new form of energy generation, all without human intervention. When AGI arrives, and many experts believe it's no longer a matter of if, but when, the concept of human labor as a necessary component of the economy could vanish entirely. Every job you can conceive, from the most mundane to the most complex, could theoretically be performed by an AGI or a specialized robot designed by an AGI, without error, without fatigue, and without requiring compensation. The implications are staggering. What happens to a society where the vast majority of people are no longer needed for work? The economic models we've built, the social structures that derive status and purpose from employment, would crumble. The meaning of being human, profoundly tied to our contributions and our ability to provide, would be called into question. We would enter an era where a small super elite owning and controlling these highly advanced AIs could potentially command unprecedented power, leaving the rest of humanity to grapple with a profound crisis of purpose and survival. The notion of a universal basic income, often touted as a solution, might just be a band-aid on a gaping societal wound, providing sustenance but failing to address the fundamental human need for agency and contribution. The human condition itself would be redefined in a world where our most complex problems, our most creative endeavors, and even our interpersonal interactions could be mediated or even replaced by intelligent machines that are in many ways superior. So, what future awaits us? Will we adapt, finding new purpose in a world where sustenance is no longer tied to labor? Or will we face an existential crisis of unprecedented scale where the very concept of human value is undermined? The promise of automation has always been liberation from drudgery, but the cost might be liberation from purpose. The path we are on is accelerating, with each new advancement in AI pushing us closer to this precipice. The question isn't just about jobs, it's about identity. It's about what it means to be human in a world where our intelligence and our physical capabilities are no longer unique. The machines are coming, not with an army, but with algorithms and robotic arms, quietly, inexorably, claiming every corner of our working lives. And what will we do when there's nothing left for us to do? The answers are still shrouded in the silicon-laced fog of the future, a future that is arriving faster than most of us are willing to admit. If you want to dive deeper into the chilling predictions of what happens when AI truly surpasses humanity, check out our next video.